Welcome. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Podcast and Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity, presenting 7 ways why I eavesdrop on the world. As I eavesdrop on the world, it energizes me to be awakened, aware of the artistic awakenings of my daily life and the liberating lingo that I hear during my daily life to adventure, to hearken my unique artistic acumen that designs my lush desired lifestyle. As eavesdropping and listening clears away all the overthinking memories of yesterday and all yesterday's dismay and illusions and the delusions of yesterday. See, eavesdropping entertains my brain and makes it curious about what's going on right here and now. But I taught myself from the outside sources that I had to think and know my way through life. And as I try to think and know, my mind's busy. I get stressed out. And I always wonder what's going on. I'm always looking for somebody for advice, or I'm always doing something. But I'm never listening to the here and now. As you eavesdrop on the world, you awaken your inner soul and your heart to stream optimistic, ubiquitous, lyrical, harmonizing energy, appreciating real trend-setting agility to flow through you. As I entertain my brain with my dreamer's dexterity, I allow myself to listen and endear myself to my life. You know, we're so busy trying to fit into a socialized way of life, we forget to experience our life, our way. And we stay really hooked up in that overthinking, knowing mind. And everything you think and know came from outside sources and yesterday. So how has your thinking memory mind actually binded you in to today mirroring yesterday? Oh, that's one of my favorites. When I realized that all my thinking, knowing mind did was bind me into yesterday, I opened up my heavenly heydays to play on my fields of prosperity. And I like the fields because you can just smell the fresh cut grass and the alfalfa that's just been cut, and the greenery of it all, and the quiet of the field. You know, when I was farming, spring planting and working, all summer in the fields, I was relaxing. I didn't realize it until now, but that was probably the most fun I've ever had in life because I enjoyed it. It's one thing about farming, it's enjoyable. Because you get to quiet down, you get away from all the hustle and bustle of the city. And something I've realized since I moved to the cities and into the metropolitan areas, everything's a hustle and bustle, and everything's a tussle. Because we make it a tussle because we have a certain way we want it to be. And these guys over here have a right to their life. The politicians got it the way they want to, but it's never opened us up to eavesdrop on our present moment events. You're going to listen your way to wherever you desire to go. You're going to think and know and bestow yourself in the BS of every situation. I really started realizing this about 2 years ago. If I listen to my daily life, I get to stay quiet and enjoy my life my way. Because I'm listening for whatever is occurring to expand and energize my dreamer's dexterity and my dreamer's prosperity. See, dreams aren't this way out thing. Dreams are our natural talents. And that's our spirit and our inner landscape and our maestro magic showing us our own talents. Dreams are your talents. But we've always been taught, oh, that's crazy. Well, your dreams are going to seem crazy to anybody but you. That's the thing about this eavesdropping. You eavesdrop on your day to energize visionary veracity and open up your expressions and images that rises me to my onward, upward with my voyager's verve. We voyage inward, we journey outward. But we voyage to the verve, to never swerve, but to listen to our visionary epiphanies, realizing vibrant energy awakens me internally to enjoy my day externally. To understand, eavesdrop energizes autonomous vigor, enterprising, spectacular daredevilry, revolutionizing optimistic poise, because as you eavesdrop and listen, you free a genuine tranquility to flow through here. To grasp and esteem, as I eavesdrop on my daily voyages, I dissolve the stress and overthinking and being caught up in a busy, productive structure that has my list of this, this, and this. And when that goes awry, I cry. And, the busy and productive structure creates your own stress. It's an outline of your desired accomplishments and what you choose to do that day. The difference between accomplished outcomes and goals and busy and productive, you're not overthinking the situation. It makes you more fluid and fluent and maneuvering through your day. But we're so caught up in, oh my God, this is happening to me. Only thing that's happened to you is what you're thinking mind. And then, as we go through this, you get into all the positive structures and all this, all you're doing is thinking about what's going on. And the biggest and the most fun is listening to people tell you how much trouble the world's in, how many challenges the world has. When you talk about challenge, you get to enjoy challenge. You talk about inspiration, you get to rise of the inspiration and float above it on your liminal carpet glide. We are so stuck in the muck of thinking and knowing in the school system and business, we stay dizzy. I've caught that within myself. Man, I can do dizzy good. But I never want to be dizzy and busy. I always want to be facilitating and participating in my desired outcomes. As I rose out of the productive structure of busy and productive, opens a way for me to relax and listen to the lyrical, liberating spirit, inspiration, images of that innovate my maestro acumen, galvanizing, enterprising spectaculars, realizing the universe streams esteemed, sovereign wisdom, insight, and clarity that clears away my stress of yesterday and the insecurities and immaturities, drama and trauma that I used to be, it was my life out here. Drama and trauma are a subconscious security blanket, because we know how to react in trauma and drama. We don't know how to respond in calm, cool, collective wisdom. We don't know how to relax in calm communication. Am I there yet? Oh, hell no. I still get the That's okay. Every time one occurs, I get to rise further out of it. And drama and trauma we used as a kid to get out of situations and also to get sympathy from our parents. I did. And then once that trauma and drama becomes a way of life, it's a subconscious comfort zone. Controlling now. And that's what happens to us. We control the now with trauma, drama, and everything that happened yesterday. As I now understand and admit to rise out of my self-made torment that I created by me trying to think and know my way through the here and now. See, the here and now is unrehearsed, unedited, uneducated. It's just free-flowing energy. Has nothing to do with what's going on in the present moment. Because we learned in school to look back for everything. And intuition, imagination, innovation, that's forward foresight, igniting your light of life to take flight. But we stay stuck in the turmoil of ourselves. You know, all the trauma, drama, and turmoil you think's going on out there, going on in here. Ain't that something? We get to make our own trauma and drama, and then we get to live in it, and then we think we're doing good. Then we think our trauma and drama, somebody else should get me out of it. I know I have. But once I understood all my trauma, drama, and the way I handled things today come from my childhood. It just followed me from my childhood like a good puppy. It followed me. Then it started barking and biting me whenever something out of the ordinary occurred. And then I just fell prey to whatever age that was. See, when people say that guy's acting like a 2-year-old, well, he is, or her, because we act the same age that was embedded. Subconscious mind don't know time. So you got to rise out of the subconscious, frozen in time, memories, emotions, feelings in the present moment. That's why the here and now allows and wows you out of yesterday. If you can shut down that noise in the subconscious and the ego and listen for the liberating invitation, streaming, trend-setting energy right now, you can rise out of it. And I understand that because I've done it to myself. And that's what Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity does. It rises you out of the turmoil within yourself. Everything you're trying to change in your life is here and now, and it's all inside you. That's why listening, eavesdropping, listening, and hearkening to your daily life quiets the turmoil within me, sets me free. I really are hoping people understand all the personal growth, self-help, self-improvement I did. It never let me go of anything because it kept telling me to think and know, think and know. Well, I think and know to no go. I think and know to stay in status quo, whoa. But I listen to light, internal savvy, tantalizing entertainers, nirvana within myself, as I'm awakened and aware of the dare to eavesdrop, witness, and observe my hearing now, listening to my liberating invitations. See, life is a liberating invitation, streaming, trailblazer, enterprising, natural liberation. Enterprising my wisdom of natural liberation, inspiration, and wisdom. See, liberation, inspiration, and wisdom are right here. It's presented to me every day on a silver platter. However, my thinking, knowing mind, and stuck in my egotistical arrogance, know-it-all ignorance, it don't like that silver platter very well because it doesn't get to run the show of never go. And that's the thing. When you open up to listen and eavesdrop and understand your present moment is going to expand you out of the past and rise you to the skies of wise. That is where eavesdrop on your daily life. You know, you can be just sitting somewhere and just quietly listening, and somebody's going to say something or somebody's going to read something, and you're going to hear a word or a sentence or an image that's going to rise you out of yesterday, and that's going to be an instant awakening to you to liberate you from you. See, all this stuff they're saying you got to do this. This is hard. There's nothing hard. It's all easy when I quit trying to think and know my way through it with what I've always done. So, this is something I really understand now. Everything I think and know come from yesterday or my parents or somewhere. And then I try to bring it into this newly fangled challenge. Then I get all tangled up in all my thinking, knowing, trying to know my way through what this is showing me. See, a challenge is showing you a better way. So is chaos, adversity, controversy, and even people. When you have a challenge with a person, it's usually me. I've had challenges with people, but most of them are me. Because I didn't want to listen. I wanted to know, and I wanted them to know how smart I was. Well, and I ended up being a turkey. A tormented turkey on top of that. So when I let liberation, inspiration, and wisdom flow through me, it matures my endeavoring, savvy, streaming, adventurous, visionary verve. I love that word, verve. To never swerve, unleashing my yazzapizzazz that jazzes my sassy audacity. To understand and admire my here and now is where I experience my dreams and stupendous lifestyle, relaxing in my desired life and moneyed up accomplished outcomes. Gleaming, gusto, gratitude. Beaming, heartwise appreciation for my life now and forevermore. I adore my autonomous, daring, optimizing, rebellious energy. You basically got to have an inner rebellion and unleash that hellion within you to understand it's okay to be a troublemaker, to fissure and cut loose everything that happened yesterday. But as you're listening to your daily life, and you're eavesdropping on whatever's going on, you're going to rise out of yesterday and to enjoy today. Every challenge I've ever had, I tried to think and know, and then I go into blaming somebody. That was the most fun. And they had nothing to do with it. See, everything going on in the world is God asking is an invitation from God for people to rise to peace. But here's the thing, all people in the world never understand peace. One person, that was Gandhi. But we're afraid of peace because we get to we're just in a flow. And nobody's telling you what to do, and you don't get to tell other people what to do. That one's a challenge. Stop telling people what to do and stop looking for outside people to tell you what to do, and listen and eavesdrop on your life. You're going to expand adventurous verve right here. We rise out of the past right here in present moment. And when you can open up to get to the here and now, that avows you're an adventurous, visionary optimist, enjoying now. That is something I really have opened up to. If I listen to the now, I'm very, very quiet. But if I start thinking I got to do this, or somebody's doing this, or I'm jealous of this, envious of this, revenge thinking, I'm in a tormented turmoil of just zilch. The more you listen, the more you glisten. The more you talk, the more you bark. And I'm good at the barking, but I'm getting a lot better at it. I'm rising out of the talking into the listening. And now I can sit in a room and just enjoy listening. For life's invitation, streaming trendsetter energy, naturally rising out of yesterday. See, 98% of our life, well, I should say, our life is an illusion and a delusion. Because we learned it all from education of what other people wanted us to know. Your intuition, imagination, innovation, and is your natural free-flowing energy to rise you out of yesterday. And see, if you open up to pay attention to the world, we have never risen out of yesterday. We still pretty much, if you look at the world, live and experience life just like our ancestors, mom and dad, parents. And I really noticed this a long time ago, but now it's starting to awaken to me. And we have been gingerly taught a third world enslaving mindset from education, business, and we all think business runs the world. People are the assets of the world, but we've always said business, business, business. And if you listen to the people that are promoting a business, they sound like a robot in a file cabinet. If you want to really open up and enjoy your life, start listening to your dreams, but listen to yourself here. See, I understand now. I don't do much with my brain. I always try to energize this down here because this is the subconscious mind for me. And when you unwind the subconscious and you quiet that down and understand you're not only speaking to the mind, but you're speaking to the subconscious, and that's the body. If you really want to rise out of anything, awaken the body to let it go. And shed and shred it, whatever you want to use, but communicate it away. See, eavesdropping opens communication within you and the world. But as you eavesdrop, you get to feel the liberation of you. It's a simple saying, I liberate me from me, sets me free. To enjoy today my way. And I am Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Podcast and Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity. Hypnoacuity is hypnotherapy that rises you out of being attached to therapy and stressed out about therapy. It's a natural flow of energy. I want to thank you, and may your life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me and you. And we'll be here tomorrow night, and tomorrow night's podcast is Troublemaker Treasures. And the reason I don't do the Change, Heal, Create stuff, because I don't use it in my life. I use Expand, Energize, Enterprise, Experience, and another thing. And I use a liberating lingo because change, create, heal, transformation, forgiveness, they never let you out of the mini movie of yesterday. We're going to open up to the panorama movie of now. And I want to thank you and enjoy your evening.